This video was made for educational purposes only. Hello my fellow thrill seekers, and welcome back to Mostly Mysteries, where we unravel the unknown and we tell the untold stories of life's biggest mysteries, bringing you closer to the enigmatic secrets that lie just beyond our grasp. Join us on this journey as we delve deep into the realms of the unexplained, where every twist and turn reveals a new layer of intrigue waiting to be uncovered. Let's embark on this quest together, seeking answers to the questions that have long eluded us. Well, without wasting any more time, let's dive right into it. In the vast expanse of the world's oceans, tales of ghostly ships haunting the waters have captivated seafarers and storytellers for centuries. These phantom vessels, shrouded in mystery and tragedy, embody the eerie and supernatural side of maritime legends and folklore. From the infamous Flying Dutchman to lesser-known spectral ships, these legends continue to endure, weaving a tapestry of the macabre and the unknown, while on the open water. One of the most enduring legends is that of the Flying Dutchman, a phantom ship doomed to sail the oceans for eternity. According to the myth, the Dutchman, captained by a cursed sailor named Vanderdecken, is said to appear as a ghostly apparition, often surrounded by a spectral glow. Crossing paths with the Flying Dutchman is considered a harbinger of doom, foretelling disaster and misfortune to anyone who witnesses it. Another chilling tale is that of the Octavius, a ship discovered in the Arctic ice in the early 19th century. The crew, frozen in time and perfectly preserved, seem to have met a grim fate while attempting the Northwest Passage. Some versions of the story claim that the ship and its crew are cursed to sail the icy waters for eternity, their frozen visages a haunting reminder of their tragic end. The legend of the Lady Lovibond tells of a ship that met its demise off the coast of Kent, England in 1748. The ship's captain, Simon Peel, had just been married, and in a fit of jealousy, a crew member deliberately steered the ship onto the Goodwin Sands, causing it to sink. It is said that every 50 years, on the anniversary of the tragedy, the Lady Lovibond reappears, sailing the waters as a ghostly testament to love, betrayal, and revenge. The stories of these spectral ships tap into the deep-rooted fears and superstitions of sailors, who have long held a reverence for the unpredictable and treacherous nature of the sea. The vastness of the oceans, with their hidden depths and tempestuous moods, provides the perfect backdrop for tales of otherworldly encounters and supernatural phenomena. But, today we will be exploring another ghost ship story that may be anything but folklore. A tale so shrouded in mystery that skeptics are still on the fence about its very existence. So, grab your detective hat and join us on this journey as we attempt to unravel the secrets behind the terrifying tale of the SS Ourang Medan. Whether rooted in historical events or born from the imaginations of storytellers, this maritime ghost ship legend continues to capture the imagination and curiosity of people around the world. The eerie tales serve as a reminder of the enduring power of the unknown and the enduring allure of the sea's mysteries. As long as ships sail the oceans, the legends of ghostly vessels will continue to haunt the waves, keeping alive the age-old tradition of maritime folklore and superstition. So before we get into it, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also go ahead and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on new mysterious content just like this. Well, without any further ado, let's jump right into it. It all began sometime between June of 1947 and February 1948, when two American vessels navigating the Straits of Malacca, near the city of Baltimore, when the Silver Star, among others passing by, picked up several distress messages from the nearby Dutch merchant ship, named the Ourang Medan. A radio operator aboard the troubled vessel sent the following message in Morse code, SOS, from Ourang Medan, we float. All officers including the captain, dead in chart room and on the bridge. Probably whole of crew dead. Then, after a few more incoherent dots and dashes were received, were followed by the words, I die. There was no further communication after this message. The Silver Star crew attempted a rescue by boarding the seemingly unharmed Ourang Medan. But when they finally made it onto the ship, they discovered that it was littered with corpses. The corpses included the carcass of a dog, and all the dead bodies on the ship were found sprawled on their backs. They allegedly all had badly frightened looks on their faces. The deceased were facing the sun above, with their mouths gaping open unhumanly wide, with their eyes staring forward as if the last thing they seen was so terrifying that it literally scared them to death. No survivors were discovered, and none of the dead bodies had any obvious wounds or indications of a cause of death. The crew on board had to hastily evacuate the doomed Dutch vessel as a fire broke out in the ship's number 4 cargo hold. And then, just as the ship was getting ready to be towed by the Silver Star to a nearby port, the ship shockingly caught fire, forcing the boarding crew to quickly evacuate. Just as they made it off, the ship suddenly exploded, sinking to the bottom of the sea, never to be seen again. This obviously prevented any further investigations of the vessel from being conducted. But that wouldn't stop people from offering up their own theories about what led to the crew's demise. After the incident, the crew of the Silver Star were pretty shook up by the explosion. But they were even more shook up from the way they discovered the bodies. Numerous theories have since emerged to explain the demise of the SS Ourang Medan, ranging from a malfunctioning boiler to more outlandish speculations involving supernatural forces and government cover-ups. Others suggest that the vessel fell victim to piracy or sabotage, with the crew meeting a violent end at the hands of unknown assailants. But this theory was dismissed pretty fast due to the lack of physical injury to any of the crew members. Believers in the ghost theory point to the long history of maritime folklore and superstitions that speak of vengeful spirits, cursed ships, and haunted waters. Tales of ghost ships and phantom crews, doomed to roam the seas for eternity, have pervaded seafaring lore for centuries, adding a supernatural element to the mysterious events that unfold on the high seas. Also, some argue that the unexplained nature of the crew's deaths, coupled with the subsequent fire and explosion that destroyed the vessel before a thorough investigation could be conducted, point to a supernatural force at play. The horror of the crew's demise, as well as the lack of rational explanations for their deaths, lend credence to the idea that otherworldly entities were involved. While the notion of ghosts causing the tragedy on the Ourang Medan remains a speculative and controversial theory, it continues to captivate those who are drawn to tales of the paranormal and unexplained. The enigmatic fate of the Ourang Medan serves as a reminder of the enduring allure of mysteries that defy logic and rationality, inviting us to consider the possibility of forces beyond our understanding that may lurk in the shadows of the unknown. But this isn't the only supernatural theory talked about when bringing up the mystery of the SS Ourang Medan. Some theorize that the crew may have came in contact with something from beyond our planet. Some believe that extraterrestrials may have been involved in the events that led to the demise of the ship and its crew. Again, it's the absence of conventional explanations, such as visible signs of violence or known causes of death, that have fueled the extraterrestrial theory further. The strange and unexplained nature of the distress signals sent by the crew, the abrupt cessation of communication, and the chilling scene discovered by the rescue team all contribute to this theory. In the vast expanse of the world's oceans lies in itself another mystery that has captivated the human imagination for decades: the belief that unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, and extraterrestrial beings might be dwelling beneath the waves of our oceans. While this idea may seem like the stuff of science fiction, there are several reasons why some individuals entertain the possibility of underwater alien activity. One of the primary reasons behind the belief in underwater UFOs and aliens is the sheer vastness and unexplored nature of the Earth's oceans. With more than 80% of the ocean floor remaining unmapped and uncharted, it is easy to speculate that unknown creatures or beings could be lurking in the deep, hidden from human eyes. The ocean's depths, with their extreme pressures, darkness, and alien-like environments, provide a perfect backdrop for such mysteries to be. Moreover, reports of unidentified submerged objects, or USOs, the aquatic equivalent of UFOs, have been documented by sailors, fishermen, and even military personnel for years. These sightings often describe strange lights, objects moving at incredible speeds underwater, and encounters with otherworldly entities beneath the waves. So, skeptics theorize that the SS Ourang Medan just may have came in contact with some of these ocean-dwelling extraterrestrials just before they were discovered by the Silver Star and its crew. While alternative hypotheses, ranging from ghosts to more mundane F-1 actors, have been proposed to account for the crew's demise. The extraterrestrial theory persists as a captivating and enigmatic 34-year-old possibility. The enduring fascination with the Ourang Medan incident lies in its ability to evoke a sense of the unknown and the possibility of forces beyond our current understanding influencing the course of human events. But, along with all the supernatural theories, there is one theory or explanation that is completely rational and quite frankly reasonable. Not to mention, this theory not only makes the most sense, but is probably what most likely would happen if you ask me. Well, in this case, that's if this story ever truly happened in the first place. That's right, the story of the Ourang Medan may have never happened. Well, either that, or someone tried covering the whole thing up due to the theory I'm going to tell you about now. So, most researchers in recent years believe either one of two things most likely happened to the crew members of the Ourang Medan. The first theory is that the crew died from carbon monoxide poisoning. It is possible that carbon monoxide poisoning was the culprit in an undetected fire left smoldering, caused by a malfunction in the ship's boiler system. Escaping carbon monoxide could easily have been responsible for all of the deaths and the fire that led to the vessel's demise. But, most believe that the Ourang Medan may have been involved in smuggling operations of chemical substances such as a combination of potassium cyanide and nitroglycerin or even wartime stocks of nerve agents. Also, according to these theories, water would have entered the ship's cargo hold, leading to a chemical reaction with the cargo to release toxic gases. These toxic gases is what caused the crew to succumb to asphyxia. Then later, while the Silver Star was trying to tow the vessel back to shore, the sea water reacted with the nitroglycerin, causing the reported fire and explosion. But, despite the haunting nature of this account, doubts have surfaced regarding its authenticity. One major point of skepticism is the lack of concrete evidence to verify the ship's existence. No official records or entries in maritime registers have been uncovered to corroborate the SS Ourang Medan's existence or its ill-fated voyage. This absence of tangible documentation raises questions about the credibility of the incident. Moreover, inconsistencies and variations in retellings of the story have further fueled skepticism. Different versions of the tale exist, with details sometimes conflicting or exaggerated. For example, the story's first appearance was a series of 3 articles in the Dutch-Indonesian newspaper De Locomotief, Samenranch Handels en Advertentieblad. February 3, 1948, with 2 photographs, February 28, 1948, and March 13, 1948. The name of the ship that found the Ourang Medan is never mentioned, but the location of the encounter is described as 400 nautical miles, 740 kilometers, 460 miles, southeast of the Marshall Islands. The second and third articles describe the experiences of the sole survivor of the Ourang Medan crew, who was found by an Italian missionary and natives on Tongi Atoll in the Marshall Islands. Supposedly, before the man took his final breath, told the missionary that the vessel was carrying a badly stowed cargo of oil of vitriol, and that most of the crew perished due to the poisonous fumes that escaped from faulty containers. He also mentioned that the Ourang Medan was sailing from an unnamed Chinese port to Costa Rica, and deliberately avoided coming into contact with the authorities. Which would make sense due to its illegal cargo. The survivor, an unnamed German, died after telling his story to the missionary, who told the story to the author, Silvio Scurli of Trieste, Italy. Furthermore, no registration records for a ship by the name of Ourang Medan could be located in various countries, including the Netherlands. Also, several authors note their inability to find any mention of the case in Lloyd's shipping register. These inconsistencies in narratives has led some to question the reliability of the Ourang Medan incident as a historical event. Thus, further proving that the incident was nothing more than maritime legends and ghost ship folklore. Or, is that exactly what the US government wants us all to think? Another theory is that because the ship was transporting nerve gas which the Japanese military had been storing in China during the war, and which was handed over to the US military at the end of the war. Allegedly, no US ship could transport it because it would leave a paper trail. It was therefore loaded onto a non-registered ship for transport to the US or an island in the Pacific. And after the incident, propaganda surrounding the ship was spread to cover up the incident as nothing more than a maritime ghost ship story. Additionally, parallels can be drawn between the Ourang Medan story and other maritime legends. The eerie circumstances, dramatic demise, and mysterious nature of the incident align closely with elements commonly found in such tales. This resemblance has prompted speculation that the Ourang Medan account may have been embellished or entirely fabricated to enhance its intrigue. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video through its entirety. Your support truly means the world to me. And if you enjoyed this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, turn on all notifications, and share it with your friends. Remember, your feedback keeps me motivated and helps me create even better content for you, so if you would like to see more videos about the creepy and mysterious, just like this one, then check back in a couple days, because I post new videos once or twice a week. Well, until next time, thank you again, and stay awesome.